Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here in my childhood bedroom as part of the Senior Speak Up series for 2020. While I know these are hard times for everyone, I'm hoping that the next few minutes you spend with me and my story and the time that you can spend with my peers' stories will help you feel closer to TCU and each other in this difficult time. I'm here today to talk about my father, shown here on the left when I was just a cute kid playing baseball, and shown here on the right with the rest of my family. My father is someone that I was very proud to know, and I have been proud to know for many years. He was a very dedicated family man, dedicated to my mother, yes, but also to me and my older brother Mitchell throughout our lives, supporting us, whether it was in sports, taekwondo, and baseball, as we both did when we were young, through academics, or through our scouting career in our years with the Boy Scouts of America, an organization he cared for very dearly. He was a lifelong Boy Scout from the time that he was a kid, to earning his Eagle Scout, to helping me and my brother earn ours, and eventually even earning the Silver Beaver Scouting's Lifetime of Service Award. He was known throughout Texas and throughout parts of the country as a very dedicated scout and someone who cared deeply about the organization and the kids it helped develop. Unfortunately, when he was in his early 50s, he was diagnosed with blood cancer, which required my brother to give him a bone marrow transplant in order to help him live and get back to normal. It was a very tough couple of years for my family, learning how to deal with someone who had cancer and helping him and supporting him through his journey and getting him back home safely to us. However, both before and after this, he was a constantly cheerful, community-driven man. He read to young elementary school kids, whether Christmas with Harold and the Purple Crayon, or at my elementary school. He cared about me and my brother's academic success and celebrated our graduation. He was a good person through and through. Unfortunately, February 3rd, 2019, he died unexpectedly from a heart attack. As you might guess, this is an extremely difficult time for my family and I. And I was torn away from my time at TCU to come back home and help my family. I was gone for a week and a half, and it was extremely difficult, not only personally, but to be away from my friends. Something that we learned in the aftermath of his death was how much he meant to the community around him, and he earned a number of posthumous awards, including the Big R Pace Setter from the city of Rowlett, our hometown, a dedication of our scout room in his honor, and even the dedication of a brand new state-of-the-art communications building at his job. More importantly to me personally, he was honored by our state legislature. The House of Representatives opened a session in his honor, and by our very own House of Representatives with the Student Government Association passing a proclamation to honor him shortly after I came to campus. And SGA's desire to support me and him throughout this time is indicative of what the main thrust of my talk is going to be about, which is community. One organization that has mattered to my community has been the TCU Contemplative Studies Group, an organization that helps its students develop contemplative practices to better their lives. And TCU's community runs deep for me and for many other students. My friends in Student Government Association, like Tucker Wilkie and Hayes McGregor, the long hair boys, were there when I came back to lend a friendly ear and to make sure that my responsibilities with student government and the rest of the university were not overwhelming my need and desire to grieve the death of my father, whether it be the Model United Nations organization, my friends Jackie and Lydia, and our New York trip where we go every year with some of the smartest and best members of the TCU community to lobby on behalf of our countries to solve issues, global issues. TCU has a number of organizations whose members care and are good people and wanted to see me grow. Organizations like Frog Camp, which is so instrumental to the experiences of many first-year students, but also to the older students who act as facilitators, who develop a bond with each other and realize how important it is to give back to the next generation of horned frogs who are going to be coming in. These organizations matter because they develop community and they help develop bonds with each other. My CLP group, some of whom are shown here on our trip to Vancouver, have been that for 3.5 years for me and for each other, to develop bonds and to care deeply and ensure the success of one another. TCU is that place for many people. It is the place where you can develop bonds with friends and mentors and become a better person. It is a place that allows you to express your vulnerability in times of sorrow and hardship, like it was with the death of my father. It is hard to be vulnerable, and it is hard to realize that the people around you care about them and that care about you, and that you care for them and want them to help be a better place. And this is important, and this is a reason why I'm talking about myself in the aftermath of all this, is because when my father died, I learned the importance of community. I learned the importance of being in a place, not just where you want to be, but where they want you to be. And TCU is that place for so many people. And I'm sharing my personal story today because I'm hoping that after I'm gone, and that times in which people aren't sure whether they have friends who care about them, whether they are alone or not, is that they recognize that TCU is a place that wants to build community, that cares about its individual students, and wants to see them be better when they left than they were when they came in. And it is important to recognize that, yes, TCU is that place, can be that place for you, and is that place for you to develop that way. But it is also important for you to be that person for someone else. In the time since my father has died, I've had a number of people be shoulders for me to lean on and be support for me in times of hardship. But I've also tried harder to be that shoulder to lean on and that support for other people. And especially in this time when there is so much uncertainty, we can rely on the community that we develop with each other to be there for each other no matter what is going on. So I'm hoping that this story can help you realize why TCU is a place that has mattered so much to me. And please stay inside, stay safe, and be good and kind. Thank you for listening.